Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another glorious weekend in the dungeon, and many eagle-eyed viewers right now are like, that's not Majora's Mask. No, it's not. I didn't promise Majora's Mask. In fact, last stream, I suggested it might be possible that I need a break from Majora's Mask. I mean, you get tanned by the Oceanside Spider House and the Great Bay in the same stream, and it's hard to want to go back after that, but we will, but I just need to find my feet and my love again. So what are we looking at? We are looking at The Legend of Doom, which is the original Legend of Zelda, but remade as a Doom mod, and I think that's going to be real interesting, because while I do have that map of Hyrule, like, just permanently embedded in my brain, I've never considered it from first person. I've only ever seen it from top down. So that's going to be a real, genuine challenge to my topographical knowledge of the game. All right, without further ado, let's get cracking. I think normal will be fine. I don't want to choose impossible for the stream. Though that might be fun. Not going to lie about that. That's great. Just run right into the cave, like... First thing we do, just hold up! Just like the original. Winter says, do you want Majora's Mask, or what's in this box? The box! The box! And Phil gets it. Welcome, Phil and Winters. Great to have you both. Oh, there we go. Finally, my chat's working. It wasn't working last stream. What a time that was. Okay. Oh, wow. Already. Okay. So that's that way. Okay, now I gotta stop thinking like this is a Doom game and keep thinking, okay, there's that secret. Okay, what I need is rupees and bombs. Right, because the first thing we ought to do is get everything we can to get the white sword before we get into Dungeon 1. Should also probably figure out how the inventory works, but I suppose we're going to need more items before that. Winter said, look, Smithers, that stupid man and the box are still here. He didn't take the bribe. Oh, come on, Tektites. I know you have better rupee rates than that. 1 rupee. You're famous for dropping. There's the 5ers you're famous for dropping. The blue Tektites pay out generally quite well. And that's a hint you can take back to the original game. Ah, shit. Okay, there we go. Picked up a small heart. Yeah, and here's where the Zora Beach is. How many hits does he take? Gotta take care of the levers. But that son of a bitch is just gonna be peppering me the whole time. See, if this were like Doom, I'd just break out my shotgun and crack him one. Ah! Shotguns in Hyrule would probably be pretty sweet. Who did that? Oh, you! I thought I got the whole crowd. Alright. Well, I don't got no beam, so I can't take care of you. Yeah, this way's more rupees, though. At least with the levers. Is that guy gonna... He is gonna keep doing that. That's not fair. Old Zelda Zora would go away after you got that far. Oh, we got beams again. Oh, no, we had beams. What it got? It was a Zora. Fucking Zora. there's two of them. That's the problem. You son of a bitch. All right. What we really need right now is moblins. Because in the original, if you beat enough moblins, they would start dropping bombs. And bombs mean secrets. Secrets mean hearts. Mr. F says, holy mashup, Batman. Haha! That didn't drop from a moblin, though. That was from a... You know what? Whatever. I don't care. Okay, now how do we... Nope, that's not that. Okay, so it's cycling on the weapon wheel. Okay, perfect. Oh, wait, that means... Oh, you know what? You know what we should be taking luxurious advantage of? Save game. You're damn right I want the heart container. And you're damn right I want to save. I do like that equipment isn't just like staying idly in a position that I can accidentally spend it. Wait, did I see another secret there? A Quest 2 secret? You should... Well, whatever. I mean, the indicator's there. Oh! No wonder I don't remember that secret. Who cares about the money-making game? You don't make money playing that game. Where's this? Oh, okay. We're near Good, keep the bombs coming. We're near one of the dungeon entrances, but we don't want to go into Dungeon 8 yet, you know. Just as a matter of precaution. But what we do need is more heart containers and more rupees to try to afford the blue ring. Actually, the first thing we need to try to afford is the blue candle, because that will let us get so much more. We only need like 30 rupees, so hopefully that won't take very long. I hear the rain outside is picking up tremendously. That's always good. What do you mean you didn't pick that up? Ah! Oh, okay, good. Woo! Woo! We're riding way too close to death here. Getting way too comfortable with the melee. Doing things I should definitely not be doing, but at least we're saving. At least we're saving. Feels those Dad's playing an unlicensed Nintendo game. Now Shiggy's gonna starve. You've taken my only food. Now I'm gonna starve. Shigeru wishes Nintendo cared the way fans do. Fans do what Nintendo don't. Yes, that's rupees. I remember that. Secret. God, actually, yeah, while I'm waiting for the rupees to pile in, I ought to be getting more bomb secrets. $51. Is that enough to afford the candle? I sure hope so. $60. Are you kidding me? I should know that. I really should know that. Alright, the other thing I should do is... there's a fairy spring somewhere in these woods. But again, like, I've only ever seen this world from top down. Seeing it from this perspective is as new as it is alien. Oh, pea hats. Right. Oh, I think that's a fairy spring. Yes, sir. Hello. There we go. Phil says, given how worthless NS Power is, might want to give the viewers a heads up on the chances of a power outage. You know what? That's fair, given that we're experiencing storm conditions right now. So, if the power goes out, stream goes GG. Sorry, guys. But that's just going to be the way it is. I have no way to correct if the power just goes out. Hopefully that's not going to happen. It doesn't sound like it's bad enough for that, but, you know, we'll see how steadfast the utilities are. And hopefully we won't have to test the mettle of Nova Scotia Power, because, as Phil says, they are inefficient, we'll say. Oh, hell yeah. Now we've got enough rupees to get the blue candle. So let's... Nope, that's a different shop. That's for arrows. So we need to... We don't have the power bracelet yet, so we can't get that. Blech! No. Oh, no, I've gone too far! That's the sword cave. That's secret, which means the shop is here. Ha ha! Oh shit. Ah! Now that we've got both bombs and a candle, we ought to be able to start really ripping up secrets. Okay. Think, man, think. Where's the next heart container? Because I need 2 more in order to get the white sword. And I would certainly feel a lot better once we got our hands on that. Phil says, Nintendo won't let their fans have any fun. It's true. That's why I'm so glad anytime a fan game, when they get made, remembers to keep it under wraps until it's done. Because then once it's uploaded, it doesn't matter. It will just exist on the internet forever. But, you know, some fans are just like, I just started my Pokemon fan game, and then the Nintendo ninjas roll in. But then you have, you know, like, the Metroid Prime Origins. Now, how does that work? Because normally, when you use the candle, it's based on screen refresh. You have to go to different screens. Oh, that's cool. Hey, Twitch Pornbot. What's going on? You're early. Okay, that's the first dungeon, obviously. Now, right. Okay, there is another heart piece this way. We just gotta avoid the levers. It's not this rock. It is this one. Ah! Son of a bitch! Excellent. There's a back entrance to that? Wait. No, hold on. Okay. Again, once again, trying to get my first-person bearings. It's actually tougher than I think. Good thing I know the map. Winter says Nintendo Ninja's in and out in 18 seconds. Pretty much. Those lawyers work quick. It's like that Simpsons episode. Perhaps you've heard of the Yakuza. They will kill you 6 times before you hit the ground. Oh, Marge, that little guy hasn't done anything yet, and you know it's gonna be real cool. Forgiveness, please. Oh, hey, yeah, while I'm here, I could get the note from the old woman, which would allow us to buy potions. Where's that? Is that what they did for you now? Does that have to be a bomb secret? You owe for the door repairs. Now pay up. Fuck you. Okay, so one of you. Ah ha ha ha! Okay. There's the invisible tiles, so those are still there. Perfect. Now that's one of the 100 rupee stashes. We're not going to play the money-making game, because you don't make money there. We are going to remember to get the potion letter. Winter says, remember when Kiss shut you down within hours of your video? I do. All I wanted was to use New York Groove on my demo reel. But Gene Simmons was like, no, sir. I don't care that it doesn't make money. You pay Gene. Phil says, yes, well, I have 10 high-priced lawyers. This is where Mr. Hutt starts screaming. Buy medicine and be on your way, dearie. I should just have some. Okay, now what we need is our next heart so we can go get the white sword. You know what we really need is to fucking save our game, first of all. Oh, no. Excellent. Now, what's the... Who did that? Oh, fucking Zoras. They're gonna be a menace. I can tell. No, we don't need to go that way, actually. What's that? No, we need a different item for that. I need to find that fairy spring again. I know it's in these woods. That's a dead end. Okay, that's a shop. Oh, I'm killed by a moblin. Good thing I saved. Okay, so first thing we need to find clearly is, first of all, not more secrets. We need to find that fairy spring. Can't get there yet. Okay, the problem there is, get low health, I start playing it like it's Doom. But it's not Doom, but it is. All my muscle memory is colliding at once. Phil says, I had a demo reel shut down in seconds because I used a clip animated from... I animated on it from Trailer Park Boys. Netflix was quick to kill that. That is always such a pain in the ass. You're just like, first of all, I'm not trying to make money. Second of all, I worked on this, motherfucker. So fuck you. So frustrating being an animator sometimes. Which is why I'm glad I'm not in that trade anymore. That's not the fairy spring. That is also not the fairy spring. Oh no, that is so many moblins. Hell yes, fairy. Yeah, and I just stared that arrow in the face. In fact, that... Yes, there we go. Should have glanced off my shield. Dan starts remembering how to play Zelda. Like Zelda, anyway. What do you mean this is a dead end? Now, the Doom instincts are so powerful, but they're actually working against my Zelda instincts. I said this would be fun. Those don't usually drop bombs. Oh, you're a shop. You're a shop. Okay, we don't need that. We can just... Every time I get a fairy, it's just before I take impact and start losing my beams again. Man! Wait, really? I can have 10 bombs? That's different. Normally, the original capped you out at 8. At least until you, excuse me, found the old man upgrade. But, you shouldn't be able to find that until, like, Dungeon 5. Come on, Fairy Spring. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Fairy Spring's this way, isn't it? I think. No. No, that's Dungeon 2. God damn it. No! Carnivorous says, is this a real Zelda NES map? Yes, it is. This is the original Legend of Zelda. And I'm sure if I found some way to get that top-down map, I could prove that a lot more succinctly. But half the fun is trying to get my bearings in first person on a game that was never meant to be played in first person. That's a shop. That is not the Fairy Spring. How is this possible? Normally, I end up at the Fairy Spring when I'm looking for Dungeon 2, but here I am running past Dungeon 2 like twice. Shit. Phil says, would Link in this game be referred to as Zelda Guy? I don't know about that, because Zelda Guy... Ah! Oh, shit. Didn't want to use that, but whatever. That's not what I wanted to use either. Because Doom Guy and Link have always shared that commonality of being the wordless, silent protag. And it's only until recently that both of them started getting, like, actual character. Only by virtue of existing for so long. Doom Link or Link Guy. You know, Zelda from the old cartoon would definitely be thinking that. And she's one of the best Zeldas. Hey, my shield was up. That should have been blocked. Don't need the pea hats. Okay, we don't have that. Finally, he finds the Fairy Spring. Or a Fairy Spring. But I need the, power bracelet for that to be of use. Man, now they're being super generous with the health items. What's up with that? Okay, so I think what I need to do is get to the Lost Woods. Then I can loop around, get the power bracelet. Okay, so that's where we got our sword. Would you stop that? You're not supposed to be able to work from that far away, you son of a bitch. You're supposed to die out on a screen-by-screen basis. But what if there was no screen border? Fuck. Okay, that's dungeon 4. Okay, hold on. It's coming back to me. One of you is... No, you're not rupees. One of you is going to make me pay for the door. You're a shop. One of you is a heart piece. Now, when I was able to think of this on a screen-by-screen basis, it was a little bit simpler. Oh, is that a casual hint? It is? Oh, darkened trees. Okay, that's not in the original. That's very helpful. That's very helpful. Okay, we've got 6 hearts. I think we can get the white sword now. Canary says, I hope you glory kill Ganon. I mean, when we get there, we'll see. Phil says, you kind of do that at the end of Ocarina of Time. It's true. When he takes like those 4 slashes with the sword and then jams it down his throat. Especially if you're playing like the original release of the game where that blood's still red and it hasn't been recolored to green yet. Treasure your gold cartridges. Those of you who are fortunate enough to have them. That's not where we get the white sword. Okay, no, we've got to keep going this way. Now that's dungeon 1. We don't need that yet. We just run by you guys. Eh? What do you mean you cause proximity damage? Bullshit. Can't believe I laid that bomb. Okay, there's not that one. And I think it's this one? This doesn't look right. This is definitely not right. Okay, that's not where... That's not where I expected to be. Wait, hold on. Where the fuck am I? Oh, okay. So that's the start of the desert. Oh, okay. I'm getting fucking turned around. I don't recall that secret. Are you new? Oh. I should, but you know what? I really need to save rupees for the blue ring. Yeah, we got this. And this should be where the white sword is. There's going to be a line L. Okay, I was going to say, there should be. He just took a minute to spawn. I got to try to trick him over this way. Preferably without dying or taking too much damage. right. Excellent. Now that's going to make a tremendous difference. Or at least it ought to. Okay, now, objective number 2 is the blue ring. Okay, so this answers my question about this. So in the original, this particular stairway, it was one of those infinite stairways, and you had to pass by it like 5 times before it would reveal to you the path forward. But here, it's just here. Oh, wow, that actually immediately makes me think. Is the Lost Woods also like that? Is the Lost Woods no longer lost in this mod? Let's get to the Lost Woods and find out. Let's find out. I mean, I was already one-striking those, but it still feels slightly better, knowing that I've got the white sword and knowing I'm doing additional damage. We don't want to burn that secret, because that's just one of those, you burned down my door, fuck you, pay me. Which is a dastardly, dastardly secret. Okay, okay. I just gotta slow down for a quick second. Remember that I'm playing Zelda. Because what I need is, I think it's 250... Yeah, 250 to buy the blue ring. And I know where my next 100 rupee secret is going to be. So I just need to get myself up to 150. Fuck you. That's going to be an entrance to Dungeon 7 once we get there. Okay, now this is geographically where the Lost Woods is. And the Lost Woods are still lost. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, I was actually concerned about that. Whoa. So, that sequence goes... Alright, we'll just sit... What? No, 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 not load. Save. Holy shit, that would have been bad. Okay, so we need to go... You. And then up. And then you. And then, quote-unquote, down. And then you. Wait. Hold on a minute. Getting turned around. That's right. That's right. I still remember that sequence in first person. Oh, fuck, Lionel's. Son of a bitch. Okay, the graveyard we don't actually have too much use for right now. Because that is the house of the magic sword. And we definitely don't have enough hearts for that. That's a shop we don't particularly need. That's a secret that, we're just about to get the power bracelet. Ugh. Excuse me. Ah! Oh, perfect. Just perfect. Okay, now which one of you has the power bracelet? Excellent. Okay, now we can get that travel secret. Tell that Lionel to fuck itself. Ah! Oh, good. And that's... Oh, and it's marked. See, the original Zelda, those paths weren't marked. They were just like, I don't know, go wherever you want. Maybe it's where you want to go. Beach, hills, woods. Let's try hills. That is... Where is this? Ah! I see, I see. This is hills. Hey, my shield was up, actually. Excuse me, dick. Hey, that should have been blocked, too. 118. Almost to 150. Oh, what I ought to do is get back down to the beach line area. Should have taken the beach path. But that's because those Tektites, just like I was saying at the start of the stream, they normally pay out pretty well. Damn. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I didn't save after the power bracelet. Was it you? Wow! Good for you! Fucking save that! Where's this? Oh! Okay, okay, okay. I know where I am now. Well, that's neat, but that's not what I want. Right. I can't actually go up that way until I have the ladder. That's because I ended up in a real funny place, where early game people are not supposed to be able to get, but I am an industrious person. Okay, now let's just... There we go. Beach. We'll go to the beach this time. Surrounded by those things that I believe make money. Except they're not dropping very many fibers, they're only dropping singles. What's up with that? Okay, Clock, you can relieve yourself now. There you go. Hey, look, if you would just spawn instead of, idly giving me damage, that'd be great. Didn't realize the sand clumps could also give you contact damage. That's not the case in the original. You can walk over those. It's only once they breach ground that they actually start doing damage. 122. We're getting there. I have to resist with every fiber of my body the want to buy another health potion. Because it's been proven repeatedly already how much we need those. Especially since we don't have the handy-dandy fairy function in that, you know, keeping them in a bottle and then they just auto-resurrect. None of that works here. That's not how Zelda 1 rolls. We didn't start getting resurrecting fairies until Link to the Past, actually. Yeah, hearts are good, but they're not rupees. I need rupees. There we go. Okay, 130's not bad. This is teaching me to be so much slower in my combat. It's gonna be so funny to go back to, like, actual Doom and then just get taken the fuck out because I'm not reacting fast enough. Oh, we're close. We're so close. Just give me another single and a fiver. And then I can go after that one secret, get the blue ring, and then finally start Dungeon 1, because that's how I roll. Okay, that's one piece of the puzzle. That's the other! Alright, let's go get that other giant rupee. Now, you're right. We need to go up one screen, and here we get the riverbed path. There we go. And then... gotta love bombs. I'll definitely not say no to that. You look like the one. That's right. Alright, now. Okay, if we're coming out of here... then... Ah, okay. That's where that shop is. We need to go... I think this way? No, that's the rupee spring. Or the fairy spring. Not the rupee spring. We don't have any of those. That's a shop. Oh, no, that means we're in the right direction. You. No levers. Okay, now it's you, I think? That's damn right. And there we go. This here is good value, worth buying. Yeah, that's why I bought it. Ah. Now that is going to be a big help on mitigating damage. Alright, I think we're finally ready for Dungeon 1. Shit! Oh, come on. Oh, okay, so that's how it handled. So instead of receiving damage in half hearts, now I'm receiving them on quarter hearts. I wonder how that works out when I get the red ring. You know, let's be real, that's not till like the end of the game, so let's get there before we start pondering that. That, and we... wait, nope, that's not how that works. Alright, Dungeon 1. I'm actually very interested to see how these mechanics work. This looks so fucking cool. It's amazing. Okay, now, first of all, in the original Zelda, if you started this dungeon, walked out, and then walked back in... Okay, for some reason, that's a glitch in the original, where that door ahead of me would just disappear, and then you could save yourself the use of a key. I think we can still save ourselves the use of a key. We just have to be thoughtful on how we go about this dungeon. Good. And honestly, with the amount of bombs I'm carrying, it feels like, Now, wait. Can I bomb that? No. No, that's not the layout of this dungeon. Okay, well, we'll have to use a key. Ah! What's going to be especially funny is right afterwards, when I look for Dungeon 2, I'm going to be looking for Dungeon 2, and you know what? I'm probably going to find Fairy Springs instead. Like when I was looking for Fairy Springs and kept finding Dungeon 2. Phil says, this mod needs a voxel mod on top of it. I don't disagree. I think that would be like the next level. And boy, I would play the hell out of that. Now you... the left. Fucking bats. What do you mean you don't open? Okay. There was just one... Now, I'm pretty sure I can bomb through that, and I don't need to use another key yet. Let's find out. Is it you? It surely is. Oh, there's no indications. That's good. That's very good. Not flagrantly giving away the mechanics. And there we go. We got ourselves a boomerang. But that's not where we actually want to be yet. Because the actual dungeon treasure is the bow. I was gonna say, don't fuck with me. I know that secret's there. Unless you took it away, Mr. Mod Maker. The fuck is that? Oh, that's the slimes. A small slime. Why won't that open? Wait, the map works? I can still get a top-down view? Oh, that almost feels like cheating. How has it taken me this long to just hit the map button? That's funny. It's also very on-brand for me. Okay, that doesn't blow open. Don't need to stun enemies, because I can just mow through them. I do need to use this one. Ah, I hear you, Ocarina of Time sound effect. Is it you? Yes, it is. That's cool. Alright, we got the bow, but we... Wait, do we have arrows? And it still costs rupees. Okay, so interesting. When you get the bow in the original, you have to purchase the arrows separately before you're actually able to fire that. It's good that you're just able to shoot from jump. It is also true of the original that, you know, when you use your bow, it costs rupees per shot, so that's been maintained. But I'm glad I don't have to buy my ammo to make it go. Now we've got the treasure, we can just leave. Yes, oh my god. I bet if I start using that map function in the overworld, that things are gonna come together very quickly. We don't need to use that. Actually, those Stalfos might give me some hearts. That's not so bad. Oh, hell yeah. Gotta love the stopwatch. And I love that it's just effective for not only that room. Aquamentus? Okay. Let's save just in case he beats me, because... Oh! Oh! See, I was prudent! Okay, that was... that was just funny. But, you know, that's what happens in the original. Do-do-do-do. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes. Oh, my bearings. My bearings. Well, see, this was the thing, right? Like, I wasn't able to fathom the map in first person because I'd only ever seen it top down, but now there's a way for me to get both. I didn't know that. Again, it is so funny that it took me... Okay, we're just going to say well over an hour before I finally decided to hit the map key and see what that does. Alright, Dungeon 2, where is he at? I bet that's it. Of that elevated part. Yeah, and because of that, I was able to find this so much faster than I generally am on the original map. Okay, so not rockets. Bombs max out at 10 for right now. That's still, you know, more than you're afforded in the original. Okay. Moon. Yep. Now, this is another one of those cases where bombs are going to be our predominant key means of access, and I'm going to abuse this dungeon for its key. Wait a minute. Why is my keys reduced to 0? Am I no longer able to take them outside of dungeons? Have you taken that cheat from me? Okay, we don't need to do that. But, yeah, down we go. No! I see. Okay, okay, okay. So we go here. That son of a bitch. We don't need to use that one. But then we go... Okay, fine. I guess we might need to use a key. I just keep hoarding keys, basically. Ah, there we go. Now, do you give me the magic boomerang? Thank goodness for that fairy, because I clearly wasn't paying enough attention to combat. Okay, now that is our treasure for this. So... Bang? And then... Bang? And there's the old man. Dodongos hate smoke. I should probably stop actually being so spurious with my bombs. Since, you know, they're what Dodongo's weakness is. No, I don't want to use a key. I want to keep that shit. Good. Never says, I want that sword in Doom 2. Man, don't we all? But, I'm pretty sure most of that sword sprite was, we'll say, liberally borrowed from, Hexen in the come on, brain. The Berserker's special sword called Quietus. Because you slash that sword and everything goes quiet. Right. You're deflecting. Here's bombs. Hey, when you're stunned, you're actually supposed to take sword hits. Okay, well, he's beaten, so, I mean, the point is moot regardless. Now, what we need is to find Dungeon 3. And good thing I know where that is. Yes, sir. Now that I got my precious, precious map, I, too, can just waltz into dead ends. Ah, shit. I mean, I'm grateful for the bombs. I'm also grateful for any time that my shield actually just works. That's a dead end. That's what this shop is. It's a dead end. Okay, you know what? This is one of the shops I would get arrows from. What do you have? Okay. So I can still buy key. Oh, no, I see my, my key's still available, so they... I didn't lose them, I just used them. That's good to know. That's very good to know. Take that, you son of a bitch. Oh, man, just get me to the coastline. That's all I want. There. Aw, screw you. I knew that secret felt wrong, but I got it anyway. That's okay. Just want to get a bit more rupees. Because before we get into Dungeon 3, I want to get one of those life potions. Because while the white sword and all my previous things have been nice to give me a big head start, at some point, the game will catch up to me, and I need to prepare for that. Of course, it can keep giving me those, too. Hell yes. Hell yes. Alright, where's our blue candle? And you. Excellent. Now we're healthy. We've got our bow, which I'm not going to use until we reach Goma. Though honestly, I should probably be making better use of it. Hell yeah. Oh wait, I'm already full. I can't just use that fairy or keep it. Now, Dungeon 3 should be right here. Bingo! Ha 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 ha! Okay. Yes, the Manji. And there's our full-size jelly people. Because we fought the little pint-sized ones earlier. There we go. Say, don't just immediately start losing hearts. Now, we need to go left, I believe. Fucking dark nuts. Oh. I don't know why it took me so long to even consider this enemy, but they were really tough in the original. And I see they still have their, you know, front-facing defenses, so they're still going to be tough. Fine, I'll use a key. Okay, at least they turn. Huh, they might actually be a little bit easier because I have such greater freedom of movement. The Dark Nuts never had to contend against strafing. Phil says, D's nuts. That's what they feel like usually, because they dunk on me so hard, but this extra degree of movement that I have is giving me an edge I wasn't ready for. Of course, I shouldn't draw too much attention to that, because that's exactly when I'll get a room full of the fucking things. And of course, that's when the other shoe will drop, and I will just get eliminated. Eliminator! Okay, now we just need to go back this way. Because... Oh, come on, Dan. You know this boss's name. Manhandla. There we go. Is this way. That's not right. Oh, good God. Actually, that's a great reminder. We haven't saved since Dungeon 1. Of course we haven't. Because why would I be careful? Okay, I don't feel like using those yet. Let's see. I believe I could probably bomb my way through. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're a bombable surface. Yes, the map. Hooray. The map isn't zoomed out enough to see that the dungeon is a shape that, you know, usually troubles people who don't know what they're looking at, in that they can't tell the difference between a manji and a swastika. I'm pretty sure you can be wasted very efficiently with bombs. And so it goes. Now it's on to... Oh, wait, no. Not Dungeon 4 yet. The first thing we have to do... now that we've got the raft, there's a heart container we can get. It's very important that we get it. I'm pretty sure the next dungeon also gives us the step ladder, which will give us access to yet another one. But first, we need to get to the coastline area. Just like here. Whenever Giraffe says, I was playing Skyrim last night, and I completed an entire quest only to be killed by a stray critical hit that took over 3/4 of my health. Hadn't saved for hours. Went to bed immediately. Bro, we've all been there. That's tough, though. That's tough. I understand your pain. Why do I never learn? I understand that, too. Roger, you should know by now. I don't learn lessons. Gimme. Okay, now 4. Where's Dungeon 4? Come on, brain. No, that's the way to Dungeon 5. Ah, there it is. There it is. My brain just told me. Aha! Nope, this is a dead end. Why do I keep coming back to this dead end? It's like I'm drawn here magnetically. Yes, that's all well and good. There's that body of water. But it's not the right body of water. There we go. Okay, now this is where shit starts getting real. And the whiz robes start getting introduced. Or wait, is it the gargoyles? Oh, maybe I'm just getting ahead of myself. I mean, I'd love to be wrong about that, because the whiz robes are such a pain in the ass. But who knows? Maybe they'll be a little bit more dealable because we've got that Doom movement, which is definitely on our side when it comes to the Dark Nuts. Excuse me. Don't want to accidentally use our health. Don't want to use the bow yet. I am so okay with Wizrobes not showing up yet. I also like that I can still mostly see without using my candle. I suppose chat can't. I guess that's brightness settings on my TV. I need to line those up better. Remember what I said about not using my potion on purpose? Ah, I can't believe I just did that. That's a very, very Zelda 1 experience, though. Can I bomb that? I don't think I can. No. No, okay. I'm being stupid. I actually do just have to use the key like a normal person. Oh, these rooms are going to be so much easier to traverse once I finally get the stepladder from here. No, no, likes, you stay the hell away from me. Except, you know what? I didn't buy a magical shield, so they have nothing they can take from me. Okay, so I'm pretty sure there's a bombable... No? Serious? That doesn't seem right. Alright, fine. We'll just keep doing that one. Carnivorous says, I went down the creator's content rabbit hole for Skyrim. I just wanted to touch up the weather and atmosphere. It's crazy what they've done to that game. Oh yeah, fans have gone absolutely berserk. And as I understand, recently they're going berserk because Todd decided to release an update for Skyrim. And I'm sure that definitely didn't break everybody's mods. That they've got stacked on a precarious mountain, you know? Wait. No. There's... We're missing something here. I should have that stepladder by now. I'm nearly positive. Oh, I had to push the block. Ugh. Dan, come on, you know this. There's the stepladder. Now we can do the rest of the dungeon. And then we can go get those heart pieces. Never says, yeah, that's what brought my attention to it. Good old Todd Howard. Got my own Todd Howard as a follower. That is so funny. God, the last time I played Skyrim, I mean, first of all, the best way to play Skyrim is that it's just like Left 4 Dead. Playing it with so many mods, it's flying apart at the seams. That's the right experience. But the last time I played Skyrim, my helpers were absolutely deranged. Like, I had a dog helper, but my dogs were replaced with fire-breathing Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony. Which is quite a dungeon helper, let me tell you. It's not as helpful. Walk into the waterfall. I will remove it for you later. But it's not as helpful if you uncover, say, what were some of those other mods where she didn't work? Yeah, there's I will charitably describe it as Valley of the Terminators, in which there's just Terminators living in a village. Or there's another mountain area where Spencer Estate from Resident Evil resides. My Skyrim is a totally different hellscape. Thank you, mods. Can I bomb that? I think I can. Yes, I can. We can even get some rupees. That's always nice. Ah! Oh, I picked up a clock. I was like, what did that? Even though I've picked up plenty of clocks. I don't know why. I just briefly didn't know what it did there. Hey, Gleok. Your heads aren't circling me. Interesting. Alright, so first we're going to save. Oh, now they come off after we start slashing. Well, that sure was a time. Kimber says, that's hilarious. That's what I'm going for this run. That's the proper way to play. Okay, now we've got another heart piece to get. And... You know, normally I go out of my way to get the magic sword, but I think we're just actually gonna do a beeline straight to Dungeon 5. First... Actually... Hold on. Planning. Okay, I've got one use left of my magic potion. I've got enough rupees to buy another one. You know what? Let's just get there and see. Maybe we don't need to buy one yet. Excellent. And yeah, we're pretty close-ish to Dungeon 5. Of course, it only feels close because we can move this fast. Link cannot run this fast. Oh, that's not it. What we need across the desert. Nope. Not gonna fuck with any of that. Up we go. Back to that cave that I pointed out a little bit behind in the stream. I was like, hey, Dungeon 5, this is something you normally just had to keep pressing forward. And then that got me on the tangent to the Lost Woods. In you go! So maybe this is when the... Oh, no, wait. 6 is probably when the Wizrobes start. That might be when I want to have my magical shield. Oh, shit. Pole's voice. Wait. You're vulnerable to the bow. Big bad vulnerable to the bow. At least, you have to be in the US version. Because in the Japanese version, their weakness was the microphone that was never part of the US version of the NES. That microphone being built into the Player 2 controller. Okay, there's only 2 Gibdo. That's not so bad. Almost wish there was a weapon wheel for this mod. Fucking right. Nope. Oh, wait, right. We do need to do that. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to prioritize doing, like I've got any governance over it, I'm hoping for more bomb drops. So we can take care of those Dodongos, because I'm pretty sure those Dodongos are guarding the dungeon item. Perfect. Perfect. Now we're maxed. We can go back to them. Toil says, howdy hi. This is disorienting as hell. Welcome, Toil. Welcome. Great to have you. And yes, this is disorienting, because I'm usually only seeing this game from top down. It's a very different experience from first person. And now you. Hey. There we go. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's actually significantly harder to do on the original version because of how finicky the bombs can be. Like, you can stun him with the smoke and move in with the sword. Or you can force feed him, which is the surefire way. But you don't have the amount of bombs that I have right now without getting the upgrade. That, as far as I know, is only available in Dungeon 7. Which has me very curious about Dungeon 7. Toil says, front-facing shocked Dodongo is high-quality stuff. We only do the highest quality here. Okay, so it's not those. Wait. Yes, there we go. There we go. We just had to consult our top-down map for a moment. Bang. Oh, now the other level Dark Nuts. We get to see how much of a problem these are. Once again, the additional movement I'm afforded because of Doom kind of makes them a lot easier than the original. Also, in the original, I wouldn't have been able to engage that secret switch until that last Dark Nut was dead. as long as I'm just careful enough, they're honestly really not that bad. It's situations like this that also made me think, do I need to go back and get that full health potion, or can I just get by with this single use that I have remaining? And so far, it seems like I made the right call. So far. Oh, I took a corner damage? Of course I did. The recorder. Which will be... Oh. Useful. I was going to say useful against, and then I tried to remember the boss's name, and it's escaping me. Oh, come on, Dan. Dig Dogger. There we go. Ha-ha! The knowledge is still with me! So is the ability to save my game. I love the way these dungeons work and look. Yeah, we don't need to do that again. They're not so bad. You just gotta engage them from a distance. Why are they being so generous with the power-ups? I have deep suspicions. These were so much harder the way they were set up before. That's not the weapon I wanted. Well, I wanted the bow, but, you know, whatever. Okay. Can we bomb that? I don't believe so. Nope, definitely not. Fair enough. Toil says, you remember better than me. I mostly call them some variation of that jerk. Well, that just happens when I play a little bit more. Carnivorous asks, did you ever play Wizardom? Yes, I did. I really enjoy that game. I haven't finished it yet. In fact, I haven't even gotten that far, if I'm to be completely honest. I think I'm only on, like, the 4th or so map, but I really, really, really like Wizardom. I also like the mods of Wizardom. Like, there's if you go to, like, the user-made adventures, there's a Blake Stone mod that I'm like, man, why don't we just have more Blake Stone today? I would happily pay money for this. Wait, didn't I do this? I'm nearly positive. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just back in this room. That should have been my first clue. You're bombable, aren't you? Yes, you are. So it says, the only cool part of playing A Link to the Past on Game Boy Advance was you could use the mic to explode pull voices. How are you... I think you're confusing your memory there, Toil. Do you wish to carry more bombs? Yes, I do. Because A Link to the Past, as far as I understood, no matter the version, didn't have microphone capability. The original Zelda does, and that's because the microphone is built into the Player 2 controller. But the Game Boy Advance just doesn't have that feature? Whoever says, yeah, I'm still playing it. I'm on level 6. Well, you're deeper than I am. And I'm sure the game is still fantastic. There we go. But yeah, the Pole's voice do explode when you use the microphone in the original Legend of Zelda, but not in A Link to the Past. Totally possible. I just remember shrieking at the system and clearing rooms. Yeah, like, once I learned that that was a viable thing when I was playing through that on the Famicom, my favorite thing would just be, like, you know, burping into the controller and just being like, that's how I destroyed the room. Like Barney. A microphone in the NES controller. What are you smoking? Carnivorous, I said Famicom controller. Or, of course, if I said NES controller, then I was definitely wrong. But, yes, it was the Japanese version specifically. That has the microphone. Now, that doesn't work twice. Now he's just vulnerable. There we go. Heart piece, or container rather. Oh my god. Now see. Whoops. This is the one that has the microphone functionality. Put that back. But yes, the controllers in the Famicom are, first of all, unlike the American NES, hardwired to the system. And the Player 2 controller has a microphone built into it. And that was also true of the, I don't know if anybody remembers the that brief craze of, you know, mini modern consoles that were coming out, like the NES Mini, the Super NES Mini. Well, I scooped myself a Famicom Mini, and the microphone's there too. Even though the controller is so small. It's like a controller for, like, silly mice people. It's so small comparatively. Okay, now I think I should go to the graveyard. I suppose I'm going to have to, because that's where Dungeon 6 is, but I should also be considering getting the white sword. No, the magic sword. I've already got the white sword. We can just cross there, instead of having to go through the Lost Woods. Kennery says, what age is the family that they would think to add the microphone? It's older than you think. It's so much older than you think. And there's so many more peripherals for the, I have to say specifically, the Famicom that you wouldn't even begin to consider. But that's because the Japanese tried to use this for everything. It tried to be a fixture, you know, because Famicom, family, computer. Whenever says, that's so cool. I got all kinds of old stuff. I'm glad you think it's cool. Toil says, the worst part about the advanced version, adding 5,000 screams Link didn't originally have. Yes, that is something you are right about. And that is something I also did not enjoy. Nope. Sword first. Then dungeon. The, giving A Link to the Past a different voice. And giving him specifically Ocarina of Time's Young Link voice, that, to say it took me out of the game is, being generous. That's right, now we got that maximum sword. The thing that made that version even slightly worth playing, though, was that it was the extra dungeon content. Now, the drawback is you need other players to help you unlock it, because you have to get this gem from the multiplayer mode. It's something centered around the four sword and that nonsense. You know, expanded content is great. That's a little bit out of the way to get to, Nintendo, but you know, that's not even the worst one they did. Can we talk about e-reader levels? The amount of stuff that was locked behind that stupid bullshit. Which I suppose, to be fair, is honestly not that much, but it's enough that it affects me personally, because, you know, it affects some of my favorite games, like Super Mario 3 on the Game Boy Advance. Has so much e-reader related expansions. I have all those cards, but you know what's funny is that only the Japanese got the complete Super Mario 3 e-reader set. The US audiences didn't. There's half of that DLC island that US players couldn't access before. Now they can, if you either play the game on the currently available Nintendo Switch Online, or if you purchased it on the Virtual Console on the Wii U. It had all of the expanded content, instead of just what was available to North American audiences. There's the whiz robes I was complaining about. Now to see if the extra movement of Doom... Okay, it's helpful, but I'm still taking a ton of damage. Do I need to use that key, or don't I? But, like, yeah, to go back to your original point, Toil, the idea that you'd be playing A Link to the Past and every sword swing has a scream now, whereas before it was just whoosh. Just the sound of a sword swinging. That's hard to adjust to. And I don't think I ever did. It's not a version I replay generally, we'll say. Fine, I'll use the key. That was worthless. I know to aim for the Eye of Goma. There we go. Nope. Okay, do I go out? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I did not buy an additional potion. Yet when I went to that potion, it was back to being a 2-use without me buying it? I know I didn't buy another one. I don't think. God, did I just do that and forget? Has the Baldheimer's gotten so bad? I mean, I'm happy to have more health items than I expected. That's the best kind of surprise you could possibly ask for in an old game. Carnivorous says, I love old tech. So cool to take apart and mess with. I still need to take apart and clean my N64, which I played Body Harvest on for about half hour the other day. Turns out Body Harvest was a test. It was a test run for what would become GTA 3. That's true. That's completely true. And many people cite Body Harvest for that reason. And they're right to. Now, I myself haven't played very much of that game, and I think I should fix that at some point.
That's a game I rented for a weekend, and I was like, that's cool. But you see, I have Doom 64. Yeah. These sons of bitches. They can't be hit when they're transparent. Oh, that is... Okay, you know what? That's still true to the NES. Wow. Okay. Jeez, do I go out and try to buy a new potion? Wait, hold on. Hold on one goddamn minute. So I just used use 2 of the potion, and unless my eyes deceived me, that potion just regenerated? Okay, my eyes did deceive me. That was wrong. Whenever it says body harvest is brutal. You can literally get stranded if your car runs out of gas in the middle of nowhere. It has real consequences for not planning ahead. It's true. It does. It filtered a great many people. Honestly, many games on that system did, but Body Harvest was very unique that way. It wasn't like, oh, you hit this switch wrong, or you've fallen into this thing and now you're soft locked, which was a unfortunately common experience when playing Hexen 64. Whenever says you should absolutely play it on stream. You know what? That's not a bad idea, honestly. Like, there's a lot of N64 games that I just either haven't gotten around to or feel I should spend more time with. And that would be a lovely reason and excuse to do so. Other titles I would be thinking of include, let's say, Winback. Love that game. Didn't beat it. Would love to. What else would there be? I mean, obviously, Body Harvest. We were just talking about that. Jet Force Gemini. Loved it. Didn't beat it. Should probably fix that. Honestly, anything rare, I'll take an excuse to play. Like, I fucking love Blast Course so much. But I've definitely beaten that, like, a lot. That's one of my all-time favorite N64 games. And one of the first titles I try to investigate when, N64 emulation enters the question. And that's because most of the time that I've tried to emulate that game, there's always just tiny, tiny, tiny problems. Like either the refresh rate is wrong, or something's flickering and otherwise not working. I didn't know you could stack that. Wait, can I just keep doing that? That's funny. Whenever says, I beat it as a kid. Took my entire childhood. Look, those games didn't fuck around. I know, because I've been replaying GoldenEye recently. Doing my 00 agent run for the year. And now I'm at that second part where you have to protect Natalia. God, that stage is so obnoxious on Double O Agent. Blast Core is the best. That game just never ends. That's why I loved it. I mean, apart from like the music and the mechanics, and you know what? Like, there just hasn't been another game like Blast Core. The closest game that I've played isn't actually even close. Like, it's funny that I'm calling it close. In I think it's called Teardown. I know I got it on Steam, and it's like a voxel-based destruction simulator. And that's the closest I've gotten to something that is even remotely like Blast Core. And again, this game is not really that much like Blast Core. It's just the closest thing I can imagine, which speaks to the uniqueness of Blast Core. Phil says Teardown isn't even close at all. That's what I'm saying, right? It feels stupid that I'm trying to liken the two of them, where the only common thing is you break shit. Like, that is such a tenuous link to try to make. But again, that just speaks to the uniqueness of Blast Core. It hasn't been widely imitated the way, say, you know, Doom has. Kniver says, Teardown! Teardown is referenced, yes! I didn't realize you were a fan. Phil says, look up Instruments of Destruction. Okay, Phil, now, are you talking about... Is there a game called Instruments of Destruction? Because I guarantee, especially because of my proclivities, if I search Instruments of Destruction, I'm going to bring up the Transformers 1986 soundtrack, which is awesome. But I don't think that's what you're trying to direct me to. Phil says, I'm back. BioSteel was on sale. I understand. Whereabouts are we in the game? We are in Dungeon 6. We, for some reason, haven't gotten a magical shield yet, which was an idiotic decision to make before entering the Wizrobe dungeon. But we did get our final sword, so we're well on our way. Phil says, yes, it's a game. I know it's also a rockin' song. Okay, good. Good. I'd be a little alarmed if you don't, but knowing that I'd be looking up a game... Oh, shit. Winter says, tools of foul play. That's a good part of the song. And you know what? That's one of those lyrics I actually misheard and didn't know that that's what it was. I thought for the longest time it was Tools of Power Made. Wait, do I need to open that? No, I don't. I can go around. I'm starting to think, though, maybe... what the hell do you mean it's locked? Oh, hello, Gleok. I didn't realize you respawned. Okay, now it's open. What the fuck is locking this? Oh, Wizrobes. It's always Wizrobes. Come on. Be vulnerable. Oof. Really wishing I brought the magical shield. Shit. Trying to think, should I go out and get that other potion? Well, you know what I should do is save my game regardless. I go so long without saving every time. It's a wonder that hasn't caught up to me. That has to be bombable. Yes, sir. Ah! Don't want to be using the fucking candle. Wait, that's a ranged weapon. We can use that. Carnivorous says, Teardown was free on PlayStation Plus, and they took it away. I beat it when it was free, and now I just want to buy it for the sandbox mode. But 30 bones is too much. Fair enough. If you were buying it on PC, you could just, you know, wait for a Steam sale. Lord Gaben knows the value of a sale. Which is why everybody needs some kind of Steam-compliant platform. This is so much weaker than my sword, but this is saving me so much health to keep distance. Wait, I don't even need to beat them? That's different. Ah. The fucking bubble curse. Alright, where are we? Okay, so we go down and then wind up. Okay. Carnivorous says they do sales on the PlayStation Store, but fewer and farther. Yeah, and I bet they don't go on nearly as much of a good sale as you normally see on Steam. And you know, the Nintendo eShop is just as guilty of that too. Honestly, every non-Steam shop. Except maybe, I suppose, Epic Games. Because they do offer you a free game every month without subscribing. GOG also does excellent sales. Which I very much appreciate for games that explicitly have no DRM. Wait a minute. Oh, I see it. Okay. So the wand, I don't know if anyone else is particularly versed in 90s boomer, but you might recognize that staff, I mean, not that animation, but at least the way that staff looks right now, as your default pistol analogous weapon in Heretic. That swing animation's new, though. How is it possible I don't have enough keys? I always have enough keys. That's so strange for me. I suppose, to be fair, there have been a bunch of rooms where I've just been ducking combat encounters, and that would be where the keys have gone. Okay, the stopwatch is useless if they're locked. Okay. No keys, but bombs. That's fine. None of that's bombable. God damn it. Can't believe I gotta go looking for keys. At least I'm getting bombs. Alright, fine. We'll go back here. Still no key? Oh, come on! Stop making me have to fight whiz robes! Right, I don't want to waste my arrows. It's funny how they lock them in place while they're transparent, which means they can't be hurt. Did they just respawn? Like a bunch of dicks? Well, at least they gave me the key I need, but I don't want to move in there yet and take such a risk. Because I still have a boss to fight in Goma. And I'm sure since all I have to do is hit her in the eye, it's not going to be that bad, but, you know. Pays to never underestimate your foe. Okay. So now, we've got to... Right? Nope, 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 nope. Ah! Well, at least these aren't so bad. Ooh, heart. Now, just ignore them, because I don't wanna. And now, here we go. I'm impressed that bomb is still there. All right. Now it's time to fight Goma. Look, I said it might not be so bad. I delivered. You cheap shot son of a bitch! We'll just dive around those. Okay, now we're gonna buy another potion. Because, yes, okay, it's definitely not selectable. Wait a minute. Oh, it's because I'm 2 rupees short. I was about to say, is that a glitch? No, I'm just not paying enough attention. Shouldn't there be enemies here? Yeah, there we go. Hell yeah. I'm not bothered by all these health drops, but I'm really interested in 1 more rupee. Just to buy a bit of health. They hurt. But I mean, they're Lionels. They're supposed to hurt. Definitely one of those things I appreciate them staying true to when the Lionels came back in Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. In that they're absolute menaces. There we go. Now we have health. We've beaten Dungeon 6, so on to Dungeon 7. I think... Yeah, fastest way to get there. We just need to use those warps. Go to the beach. Now... Yes, yes, it's this way. Good thing those stay burned. I knew this was a dead end, and I just kept going. Like some kind of foolish maniac person. No, you're not rupees. You're a person that's like, pay me for the door repair. You'll cost me rupees, and all I have is one! I'm not willing to give it to you! Ah. Good thing to stop by the fairy spring. And then on to the dungeon. We need the recorder to dry up the lake, because that's what music does. It moves rivers. Yeah, we're down to 0 keys, so unfortunately I've got to start being very thorough again. Oh, I'm grateful for the bombs. Can we bomb that? No? Oh, at least we can replenish. Oh, yes, the box. The box! The box! Doyle says Doom Guy's face is killing me. He's just being a proper little guy with his fun little hat. Oh yeah, save game. Should definitely do that. I bet you have a key. I mean, bombs are a kind of key. That's a good thing. Now, I don't believe any of those passages bomb up, but I am obligated to see. No, didn't think so. Alex says, why hello, you big beautiful bastard. Hello. Welcome. The secret is in the tip of the nose. Yeah, but we're not near the nose, actually. Ah! Here I am staring at the map when friggin' Garayas are spawning in. Wait. We have to leave this dungeon immediately. Okay, so what we need, first of all, is rupees. Second of all, there's a point where you'll reach in the dungeon where you'll get to a moblin, and he's just like, grumble, grumble. And you're like, WTF, mate? But you gotta give him food, because he's hungry. You know, it's almost his lunchtime. But I need to, you know, buy the bait. So we just need to do a quick little stock up. I think a couple of runs at the Beachline Tektites should be enough. At least it usually is. I'm glad at least that we've already got medicine bought, so we don't need to worry about that expense. Ironically, I think the Wizrobes become much less of a threat after the dungeon we just did, so I still don't feel particularly compelled to get the magical shield. I can't remember if we need 60 or 90. So you know what? I'm just going to err on the side of caution, and we're going to aim for 90 rupees. Alex says, what even is this? This is the original Legend of Zelda remade in Doom. The mod is called The Legend of Doom. pretty self-explanatory what it is on the tin. Basically, I wanted to keep the Zelda train going, but I needed a bit of a break from Majora's Mask, you know? $34, that's not enough. Well, we just keep doing the loop. That's what we do. I'm not going to wait for you guys to set yourselves down. I am just going to keep forcing these other respawns. Yeah, now you're being so generous with the health. You definitely weren't feeling that generous when I was in that dungeon. Alex says, anyhow, I've started to enjoy the 500% damage to player slider and more, only in Revelations. Is 500% damage, is that not, like, functionally one-hit kill? Because I'm pretty sure that's what that eventually translates to. It's not. Oh, really? Really? What hits you soft enough that it doesn't kill you immediately at 500% damage? Because honestly, I thought even an Imp Fireball. And to be fair, I guess I'm talking about Stalker Imps and not like the regular Imps. To not get one taped, you need above 70. Okay. And a lot of things on, you know, Nightmare deal 70 as their base damage. Even some zombies if RNGesus isn't on your side. On 500%, you need 100 plus. Yeah, so it's functionally one-hit kills. Especially at least until you get, like, some health upgrades, right? Like, that's still really tough. That's well above what I'm willing to do. So I guess, you know, kudos for engaging in that kind of suffering and getting good at it. Here I am still fumbling pandemonium runs. Haven't even gotten up to the Ultra Nightmare level yet. Alex says, mainly, I will only keep this for the DLC and Repertorium. Okay. Still, Repertorium is tough to keep that in, too. I mean, especially with the kind of encounters you design. I certainly can't imagine taking 100 plus damage from a single hit when I'm just starting one of your usual encounters. That would just be like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go back out to the menu and fill up my BFC. Just so I can see a bit more of the encounter. Alright, we're close to 90. Let's find that shop. That way we'll know whether or not I'm right or if I need to keep harvesting. Now that I'm at Zalgoroth, he's actually kind of fun. With 500% damage? That is not my definition of fun, sir, but kudos to you again. I mean, he's a tough fight at the best of times. I was actually, like, getting myself all worked up about how tough he's going to be when I fight him on stream, and then, you know, I fought him, and it wasn't really that big a deal. I've certainly done tougher fights on the stream. Except his turrets that 3-shot me at light speed. Well, there we go. So you'd be dying so quickly, so immediately. Like, a lot. I'm pretty sure you're the shop we need. There we go. Are you serious? Okay, so I'm wrong both ways. It's not 60, it's not 90, it's 100. At least we have 92, so it's not really that far off. We just need to do another quick run around the block, basically. Alex says, or is slow-ass balls that stay in the arena even at max projectile speed. That's another environmental hazard. TLDR, I mainly have to no-hit. That is crazy work, sir. Even at my cockiest, I'm pretty good at this game. I would never deign to suggest that I would be able to do Doom no-hit. Look, I just took a hit there. And there. I mean, sure, this is mods, to be fair, but come now. You're gonna be so ready for Ultra Nightmare. You're gonna be so ready for Ultra Nightmare. And it's the same thing like if I'm seeing online no damage runs for like the entirety of the campaign. I've watched one of those for 2016 and Eternal, and it was fucking mind-boggling. Then, of course, I go back to the games, and I'm like, oh, I think I could try to learn some of these tricks. No. I am not on that skill level. That is where I'm promptly reminded, you're old. Stay in your lane. Alex says, and I got close, but it'll probably be 2 more streams till then. Awesome. Toil says, generally gets stressed out how long you spend at less than 5 hit points. I honestly think it's just part of your strategy. After a point, it's just the way of things, right? So, I guess maybe there's a part of me that's sort of ready for the no-hit challenge, given how often I spend at critical health. But I suppose I wouldn't be at critical health unless I started taking hits, right? Conundrum. Conundrum. It's also one of those magic things that Doom is just, you know, my chill zone. It doesn't matter how badly I'm doing. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And honestly, the way sometimes RNGs is just comes for your soul. Like, how many times I have been at, like, 80 plus health, and then a Revenant rocket. I'm like, okay, you know what? I was too sloppy to dodge it, but I'll just be able to take that hit, and I'm dead. Wow. Neat. Alright, back to Dungeon 7, now that we've got the bait. Now we reopen this part. No. Boy, this mod could use a weapon wheel. It could really use a weapon wheel. It wasn't so bad at the start, but now that we're like much, much deeper into the game and our inventory is so huge. Bombs, but not keys. So hold on. Excuse me? Fucking... Goddamn thing shooting me through here. You're not supposed to be able to do that. I knew that opened. I was gonna say, don't lie to me. You can't lie to me. Key. More bombs. Which is a kind of key. Fuck you, snake. Or I'm sorry, rope. Yes, they're called ropes. I don't know why. Yes, now we go up from here. Now, do we need to fight those Dodongos? I don't think we do. I think we can just... Yeah. Do you wish to carry more bombs? Probably. 100. Definitely don't have that. Toil says nope ropes. Yeah, they are nope ropes. Ropes that cause damage. Don't touch them. Dangerous things. Alex's lamp oil, rope, bombs. It's all yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rupees. Come back when you're a little richer. Goddamn horseshoe. Now I'm reminded of this, this remix I would listen to while doing office work. And it's, God, what was it called? Morshoe Wave? It's just, you know, him saying shit for, like, way too long. Just constant lamp oil, rope, bombs. I'm sorry, Link. I don't give credit. Look, Gordon! Ropes! Gordon Freeman! He's pretty adjacent to Doom Guy, I think. Alex says, I've seen people write the whole Bible in Morshoe. Okay, you know what? I have definitely not fallen that far into the Morshoe rabbit hole, but goddamn. Biblical Morshoe. What's not ready for that kind of discovery? Yes, now this is the guy, Grumble Grumble. And you know what? At least there's an indicator here, because there definitely isn't in the original game. It was a point where many, many people got stuck. And you had to find it in Nintendo Power, or call the Nintendo Power hotline. I can't remember if I got the item for this dungeon. I am clearly out of keys, though. Nope, don't have that. Can we bomb our way through? Maybe. Maybe. Alex says, that video is like days long. Well, it would have to be. It's the Bible. That is tremendous. Winter says, the Freeman excels at all things. Ah, to be a Vortigaunt. Okay, now you definitely can get bombed out. I suppose we need to fight them. I don't want to waste my arrows. By that, I mean my money. Now, there's a way you can sort of fake them out in the original, in that if you don't pick up the magical boomerang, that means they don't get it either. So if you just ignore that pickup, I could swear that was bombable. But apparently I'm wrong. Oh, shit. Yes, sir. No, 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 no! Alex says, oh yeah, did you enjoy that Spectre cheese I told you? Yes, that's actually been very helpful in a number of ways. Of course, you know, not good enough that I have the edge to start taking on Ultra Nightmare, but, you know, every little bit of knowledge is important. Ah, there's the item I was worried about not having. Oh, it's the red candle. See, normally this is a much more important thing, but here it's not really. And it'll be even less important once we get into the next dungeon, because that dungeon has the book, the Bible, and what that gives is your magic wand now is flammable, which completely replaces all candles. Would you just get to your sword? Boy, I need a weapon wheel. Alex says, the fact that you can insta-pop them like that is so good. There are several places where a Spectre and Revy zones me, but now I can throw one spear and he's bye-bye. Yeah, and like, the thing that's frustrating the most about that is how, like, it hasn't become part of my regular combat verse yet, so what'll happen is I'll get zoned, and then I'll get got. And then I'll be like, I should have thrown. I should have thrown. It was right there, and I didn't take the opportunity. That's where we need to get to. Serious? There are two of those? Am I here again? Oh, there is two of them. How odd. How did I not remember that? No weapon wheel, but do the number keys work? They probably do, and you know what, Phil? I'm not using the right controller for that, and that's my fault. And there's not even a reason for it either. My Steam controller's not charging. This just happened to be the one that was within arm's reach when I was starting today. I don't think we need to fight them. Yes, we can just dodge that shit. And then the Wall Masters. I should be using my Steam controller because, you know, I've got the whole number pad bound to one of my trackpads, but again, I'm not using that controller. No reason for it either. It's right behind me, as a matter of fact. Dan gets Steam controller, doesn't use it. Right? Like... I thought that was a different block that did that, but whatever. We'll accept that. Get down in the... There we go. Every time we activate a secret like that, it's always a little bit strange because a Doom sound effect comes through and it's just like, wait. Not the right game, or is it? Oh, it's Patra! I hadn't even considered this enemy. speaking of getting zoned, this guy is tremendously good at zoning me when I'm playing it, you know, originally, in the top-down way. Wait, Patra was the boss? That's not right. That should have been another Aquamentus. How odd. Okay, well, it's still... All right, I'll take it. I will take it. Cheap shot, bitch. Okay, now I don't think we need to have any other inventory needs for Dungeon 8. We didn't use our medicine. There are whiz robes, but most of the problem of Dungeon 8 is dark nuts. So we won't really need the magical shield, I don't think. Wait, there's a heart container I didn't get. Semi-nearby. We need bombs. That's not the right place. We got that one. That's rupees. That's nothing. That's Dungeon 1. We gotta cross the desert. Oh, I already got it. So I guess I did. Take any one you want. I already took it, you son of a bitch! Got that. I know we got that one. I know we got that one. There's two I haven't gotten. I'm just trying to remember where they are. But you know what? We're going to find Dungeon 8 before we find that. I'm reasonably sure. So honestly, we're at a point... Wait, no. Or we don't really need to... Oh, wait. Oh, I see. So the map doesn't give me that grassy... Okay. Okay. We still have to fumble around a little bit blindly. Okay, that's Dungeon 2. Now is... No, that's the desert. Is it... No. It's not this. It's not that. That's a shop. Oh, come on. I know you're in here somewhere. That's again Dungeon 2. Yes. So that... Okay, no. And then down. And there should be... No? Hold on. This doesn't seem right. See, the thing is, Dungeon 8 is hidden behind burning down one of these bushes. And it's a singular thing. It should be blocking off a path. Is it you? Are you the one? And I just failed to see it because you're technically two bushes? Yep, that's it. That's it. I knew it was around here somewhere. I forgot we just starting with bosses. Dungeon 8 does not fuck around. Though thankfully, its toughest enemies are Gibdos and Darknuts, which are not nearly the problems here that they are when I'm fighting them in 2D. Now, what are you? Are you the book or the skeleton key? You're the book. Okay, so now the wand throws fire. Coyle says, it's wild how a change of perspective can make you second-guess everything. That's why I thought this would be a really fun thing to play today, and I was right. Even with, like, I thought, being able to get my map, I'd be thinking, oh, well, that's basically cheating now. But it's not. It's helping me get my bearings. Okay, now... I think you have two bombable No. The right wall is not bombable, but the one directly ahead is. That's right. Yeah, and I'm out of keys again, because I've been doing this just slightly differently. See, normally, I'm much more fastidious about how I get my keys. In fact, the last time I played the original Legend of Zelda on stream, by the time I got to this particular dungeon, I already had a surplus of like 8 or 9 keys. I think maybe even like 10. Some crazy amount like that. And then after this dungeon, it stops mattering because, assuming we find it, we get the skeleton key. Nope, not there. Wait. Okay. Ah! That's not the right one. Let's unlock this door. Bradley says, I have the MetaQuest 3 and would be in my glory if there was a working Ocarina of Time mod to play from start to finish of the game. I'm actually shocked that there isn't some form of Ocarina of Time that you can't play through in VR. I mean, maybe only because this exists. I just assume everything else does, right? Because I know you could, get it and just play it in, like your virtual flat screen, but I know that's not the experience you're looking for. Also, welcome, Bradley. Great to have you as always. Now, yes, you can be bombed. Are you... Hold on. Okay. Getting my shit crossed here. This would be so killer with a voxel mod. Okay, so that's where I need to get in, because that's where we get the skeleton key. So I need an actual key. Maybe we can get one from in here? Toil says, Ocarina of Time is Nintendo Skyrim. I'm real surprised there's nothing available even in mods. Me too. Like, genuinely surprised. And that you're right. You are very right in that analogy. It just keeps getting re-released. Oh, hello, other Goma. Will you give me a key if I defeat you? No? Spectacle Rock is a gateway to death. I know that. Oh, there was a key back there. I'm just dumb. Okay, we don't use that. Okay, nope. Beat the Dark Nuts first. And this would be traditionally where I lose, like, all of my hearts. Okay, there we go. Oh, jeez, I didn't even realize what time it was, but it explains it because I am hungry! Okay, we need to get there. We can at least finish off this dungeon first, though. Is there another Goma? Okay. That... Oh, then there's... so many Pole's voice. By that I mean one. Okay, two. Wish I could microphone kill them. The Lion Key. Okay, I guess that's a way to put it, but now keys are immaterial, irrelevant, silly even. Okay, but now what we need to do is find the boss, now that we've gotten both dungeon items. Also, I think it's so dastardly that this is the only dungeon that hides 2 items. I remember back in the day that made me go, wait a minute. What am I missing here? Double back to every other dungeon thinking I must have missed something. I was gonna say, I know that shit bombs out. Don't you tell me it doesn't. Oh. Well, then I guess that was a semi-waste of time. That's fine. We don't need the recorder. Oh, it's a locked door. That's the problem. Here I am getting impatient because I'm hungry. A chicken in every wall and a Goma in every room. Be very, very true. Everything will eat well. The chickens will probably eat the Gomas. Okay. Whoa! Whoa! 2-in-1 room? The original never did that. Come on, give me back my sword. Alex is daring today, are we? Apparently so. Oh yeah, we gotta stop daring to fuck around and recharge our health. Okay, now we're better off. Okay. It's about to go. Oh, for. Okay, okay. You know what? Let's just unlock that door since we can. Don't need to fuck with the dark nuts. Oh, come on, brain. I know there's another way around here. Toil says, you complained about how much easier it was. They had to step up. It's true. I should have just kept my damn mouth shut. Now, don't you lead to the place where I need to be. No, that's not where we need to be. Okay. It's not there. It's definitely not here. That's just going to give me another key, which are now useless. Okay, yes. Maybe it's this way. Well, we got to take care of the dark nuts first. Don't fuck with the Pole's voice. Now, are you going to reveal a doorway? No, you're going to reveal a key. Because that's definitely what I wanted. Okay, we spawn in there. So that means there's a hidden doorway we haven't yet uncovered. Okay. Fucking Goma. Stop respawning and locking me in. Okay, yeah, that's where I need to go. Maybe. Give me that fairy. Are you serious? Yes, this is where we needed to be. Okay, okay, okay. I knew we'd find it eventually. Now, normally, the boss of this dungeon is another Gleeok. But I wonder if that's going to change it out, the same way that they changed out that second Aquamentus for a Patra encounter. Why doesn't that open? You know what? I bet you bomb. Yep. Okay, sword and Gleok? Yes. Time to get fucked! Perfect. I think that is a perfectly cromulent place to save, because I am a hungry, hungry guy. So we're gonna take a quick break, but before we do, let's check in with the weekly poll and see what we're going to be playing after the break. Done. Posts. Refresh. Haha, it changed! Looks like we're going to be playing Resident Evil Revelations. So, stay tuned after the break for some great zombie killing action on the worst cruise line ever. We'll be back real shortly. Oh, just gotta change that setting. Okay, there. Why was that still open? All right, gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back with much more action later on. Stay tuned, everybody.